What's not going on here? We got us a project. I want to say I started this project 10 years ago with a friend of mine named Jetboat. He has a company called Picture Cars, and they did all the movie industry cars and things like that. I had a dream that I wanted to build NASCAR, and I was super inspired by like 65 Galaxy NASCAR. This is the parts for the Galaxy NASCAR that we just got on a trailer. No NASCAR yet. I think in the next day or so we're gonna get the rest of this car here. It's well on its way to being finished. Just needs a few more details here and there.
You want to race it?
I don't know if I'll race it as much as I just want to have it and drive it. It's gonna be a super bitchin' like fast street car.
Draw that bed right back up onto here and it'll roll right off. Sucks you don't have a steering wheel.
Steering doesn't even work.
The wheel's gonna fall off.
Come on, fucking guy. What? One lug nut? Fucking.
Here, let me
One fucking lug nut? Who does that? Who fucking does that?
I can't believe homie just put one nut on that thing.
Yeah, on all four wheels.
What shirt you end up picking out?
The look off motorcycle one.
Oh, that's a good shirt. So what you riding?
Oh, one Sportster 1200 XLH, all custom garage built mods and stuff. Suicide clutch, jockey shifter behind the leg. I made a different little mount for myself, so I got mid controls, front controls, and if I want a high mid, you got high mid controls. You get that Japanese style bobber fill. Made my own custom jockey shift setup, so you actually shift in the back right there. I got 5 over up front, lowered back by 3 inches in the back.
How long have you had this bike for?
About 4 years now.
Yeah.
I built it from the front, from the ground up. It was just a frame and engine when I first got it.
You built it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Did all the work myself, everything custom, just at home.
Is there anything that you don't like about this bike?
Not that I don't like, but I definitely need to maybe upgrade my kickstand. It's like the second one I've cracked, and that's the original stock one, but I broke the first one. It was too much of a lean. Broke again and actually welded a wrench below right here under the kickstand. There's a wrench that's supporting the whole kickstand too. It's a fucking crazy kickstand ride. It leans pretty heavy. I moved from Florida about a year ago, but I'm still riding with my expired license plates from Florida. The actual license plate mount broke, so I just made my own little wrench license plate mount.
You're using a lot of wrenches on this bike.
Yeah, they're actually the shit on the wrenches.
The obsession with using a lot of
tools.
Yeah, parts.
It's all just whatever I had in my garage, whatever I had laying around. This is rebar, got wrenches, got twisted iron, like everything. Whatever I got, if I got it at home, I can make something out of it.
Saves you a penny too.
Oh yeah, everything's all custom made by hand, except for the foot clutch, but that's a new Prism one for the foot clutch that they designed. I have a whole different setup now.
All the parts got to go through that cleaner, so I probably won't have this run until Monday. All the California gas sucks. When you let a bike or a car, anything with gasoline sit for an extended period of time, the gas that remained in the carburetor actually turns to mold, and it plugs up your air bleed circuits and your main jet, your pilot jet, the accelerator pump. So it just needs to be cleaned, have some fresh gas run through it, and it'll be like new.
Dude, the smell is gnarly.
Yeah, it's that bad gas.
So Bennett is working on the BMW, beautiful bike. Can you give us a rundown on what's happening with the BMW right now?
We're just waiting for a battery.
That's the only thing.
That's it. And then this one, the carburetor's been rebuilt and cleaned. I just need to put fresh gas in the tank and fire it up.
What's going on with this bike right now?
Stock motors, just has the race parts on it. Instead of having a toolbox full of shit, you just have another bike that you could rip stuff off of. It's just backup bike, and so they could maybe test the setup on this, go ride it with suspension, and then go back and forth. Always changing the A bike.
Is this one pretty identical to the actual race bike?
Different forks, different things on it. Kind of last year's generation of parts. We're all upgraded with better triple clamps, better forks, different valving, rear shock, all that. And the motor's completely built on the A bike.
Today we are freshening up our FTR 1200 engine, ready for mid-Ohio, then off to Austin. This is a fairly new engine. We haven't raced this one. It is getting race prepped with different things that we do here in the shop, with some head work, some camshaft work, updating a few things on the engine, as well as going through the entire chassis. It's better to work on it here in the shop than out there in the parking lot, you know, in the paddock. A lot of help from Indian with parts and S&S cycle. Get it on the dyno and see what kind of numbers we can pull. I can't really give out exact numbers. We always are looking for an improvement over what we've tested last. We're trying to avoid having any issues at the track, avoid changing engines if at all possible.
I have a vlog for you.
You filmed?
Yeah, I got off.
Okay.
Got off.
Yeah.
I got down.
Bennett just finished up this bad boy. A few things to it. We're about to go take it for a test ride to go see how it's feeling. This thing hasn't been ridden in probably, I'm assuming, a year or two, but it is a beautiful, beautiful bike. She's riding pretty damn good. We're gonna do a little photo shoot right now because we are gonna sell this thing. Photo shoot is done. Fun little photo shoot. This helmet is the best. I love this helmet.
A special delivery, man. We got an FTR toolbox coming together, and Robert from Boxo brought over some goodies. Look at what it takes to go racing.
Yeah, man. You always put it together. I think you got one of the 3 drawers now.
Yep.
So we brought you another one of those with the metric tool set. And then let you check out the 5 drawer. So you got a few more drawers to put some stuff in. And some torque wrenches and some ratcheting wrenches. And we're in Irvine, California. All the tools and toolboxes, hand carries. We got dealers all across the country. Either white or black in the box. And it comes with black handles on it, but you can upgrade and get some anodized red or blue handles on them.
If you wanted to buy with the tools in it as well?
Yeah, so that's what this is. Ship the box and the tools separate, so there's less damage because once the tools are in there, it's pretty heavy.
And you guys have warranty on your tools and everything as well?
Lifetime warranty.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's hassle-free. Like, so tool breaks, you just take a picture of it and email it to us, and we ship out a new one.
Yeah. So Boxo's what we've been using on our race bikes. The past 2 seasons. A lot of work going on in the pits. After a couple years, kind of got some replacements. We wanted to separate out Bagger and Hooligan and make sure that we have complete tool sets for both. The cool thing about the Boxo stuff, it comes in this really nice foam insert. If you've ever worked in racing before, you know that shit gets put everywhere. Next thing you know, someone crashes a bike, they're tearing a motor out, tools go everywhere. So this is an incredible way to make sure that your tools stay organized. When you're done working, it's so easy to just put the tools back in here. You're able to make sure that you have everything. It's one of my favorite parts about the tools outside. They're just good quality stuff. Ooh. Look at that, full tool chest. Doesn't that feel good?
That looks
Doesn't
amazing.
that feel good right here?
I'm sold.
Dude, are you sold right now?
I'm sold.
Organizing a toolbox just makes it so easy. If you have too much room, you can always just pop these out and you don't make room for more stuff. A full socket set up on top, ratchets. You've got your wrenches, metric, goes from 8 to 24 millimeter. Got your plier sets and your Allens. Boom, slides right in. And your screwdriver set.
It looks good.
It looks so sick. This is 130 pieces of metric goodness in this box. Got a really nice selection of quarter drive and 3/8 drive sockets, both long and short in 6-point and in 12-point. Sliding T-handle, you can use it as a breaker bar or as just a T-handle.
For the lock, you get to pick your code as well?
You get to pick your code. It comes set with a 4 zeros, and then you can change it up. It has all the directions in there to do that too. And then it comes with a key just in case you do forget your code.
We got here.
Look at this, dude. It's a little 500 Ninja. This colorway so brings back so many memories.
You had one of these?
I had a 750 ZX7R. Same colorway as that bike, but it was a 90. That would have been 90 to 93, I think. This is back in the day when I was racing Mid-Ohio. So now we are gearing up to head out to Mid-Ohio. The Moto America crew, the Moto America paddock, has never been to Mid-Ohio. This is a track near and dear to me when I was a kid racing. Mid-Ohio, such a badass racetrack. Has been on the calendar in years and years for American Road Racing's National Series. Mid-Ohio's back. We're headed out there. We're racing Bagger and we're racing Super Hooligan. Getting the rig ready to rock, mentally and physically ready to go do the job that we got to do.
Cool. So next stop, Mid-Ohio.
Next stop.
Next stop is Mid-Ohio.
That's right.